Hello and welcome. Continuing the series of budget peripherals, budget headphones, budget earbuds. I've got here for you today another excellent keyboard. This is another Epomaker. This is the EK98, a more full-size offering, but that's more compact. And we've got hot swappable Bluetooth 2.4 gig Type-C. So triple mode connectivity here. Full RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. Now this particular one here features the 98 key layout. So as you can see here, we'll see in just a moment as we take it out of the box. And as a result of that, we get a little bit more compact in terms of space here, but we get the full numpad with us, so we're not really losing much here. Perhaps the only omission here is the home key and the scroll lock, but you can certainly make do with those with all of the shortcuts that are provided here and the customizability that is on offer with the Epomaker software and the driver that's available for this keyboard. That said here, this particular one comes with the Zebra switches. We'll talk about what the Zebra switches have to offer, but linear switches, very nice tactile feel. The keyboard weighs just under 1 pound, so you're going to get a nice thock out of this when you're typing, and you're going to get a true mechanical experience here without breaking the bank and without getting into custom keyboard territory. If you love keyboards, if you love typing, if you type a lot all day, then this is going to be certainly one that your fingertips will love just as much as your pocketbook. Let's get this open here and we'll see what's included in the box with the Epomaker EK98. All right, so up front and center, I love the way that Epomaker is also packaging these keyboards as well. So right up front and center, you grab this and we've got our keyboard. Let's set this off to the side. We've got some handy dandy booklet here for tri-mode hot swappable mechanical gaming keyboard here with, of course, some mention of all of the different functions, keyboard shortcuts, driver installation, and so on and so forth. Nice to see some printed literature. And under this, tucked away, are some accessories. So for accessories, we get a beautiful USB Type A to Type C braided nylon cable. We also have here a few spare white Zebra switches. We'll talk about these a little bit later in this video segment. We have here a key puller, keycap puller, and finally a switch puller combo tool here. And that about it wraps up the unboxing. All right, let's grab ourselves the keyboard. We'll take it out of its packaging here. And at first glance, wow, what a look. I love the combination of colors here, the choices that Epomaker have gone with. This is a fantastic looking keyboard. Visually, it's very stunning. I love the big bold font, the highlights particularly on the enter key, the red escape button, almost like an escape hatch. The A here has got some circling here to the lettering. B stands out as well. These probably map to some functions, I would assume. Control, Windows, and Alt. Very bold print here. And we've got a switch here to toggle between the different modes. We'll look at that here in detail in just a moment with an overlay. We've got 3 LED indicator lights here. One is for num lock, one is for caps lock, and one is for Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connectivity switch here. These blue keys here, arrow keys, stand out. It looks visually stunning. A lightly shaded enter key here for the numpad, and of course everything is compact. It's been pulled in a little bit without having a center island for the home, insert, delete, and page up, page down keys. That said, though, you do get insert, delete, page up, and page down. That said, we've got a very nice cherry style, or these are die sub PBT keycaps, so they're gonna last a long time. Just continuing our tour around the keyboard. So on the rear here, on the right hand side, we get a single USB Type-C cable for wired connectivity and of course charging, because this does have an internal 3,000 or 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which will keep the lights on and the RGB bling going. And at the bottom of the keyboard, we've got 2 levels here of actual height adjustment. So first we get a single level like this, not too big or not too high, but you know, it's there. And finally, you get a really nice deep angle here for that good ergonomic. Tucked away here under the left foot stand here is the actual 2.4 gigabyte dongle. I love to see that, you know, this is part of the keyboard itself. You won't end up losing this. It's very easy to stow this away, and it stays with the keyboard at all times. You don't need to carry it or figure out where you've put it if you're traveling with this keyboard, often switching devices there. We've got some nice rubberized feet here, a little nub at the center, I guess, to give it additional stability. So like I said, this is about 0.93 kilograms, just under a kilogram here. So it's got some heft to it. It's not going to break your back or anything like that if you're carrying this with you. Let's look here at the connectivity switch. I just want to show that off in detail. So we've also got some legend printing here. It says 2.4 gigahertz. We've got 2.4 gigahertz. We've got a wired connectivity for USB Type-C connectivity, and finally a Bluetooth connectivity switch here. And you can basically just slide this to toggle. Kind of a retro feel. I like that they've included this touch. So as I toggle this back and forth, you'll see here that the Wi-Fi connectivity light, now we're in 2.4 gigahertz wired dongle mode, wireless dongle mode. And finally, if I roll it all the way down, we're now in red mode, which is Bluetooth connectivity here, and we get the backlight pulsing on the keyboard. And finally, if I scroll it back to the center here for USB Type-C connectivity, it gets turned off until I've plugged in a cable to power on the keyboard and its RGB lighting. So the EK98 here is available with a couple of different switch options here. The particular model I've got here has got the linear zebra switches. So there are these here, the white linear zebra switches. They've got, traditional palm stems here. These are Cherry MX style, 3 and 5 pin switches here. They are hot swappable, and they are linear style switches with about 40 grams of force and about 45 with bottom out force. So pretty good sound and a pretty good typing experience. If you're a typist and you type a lot, I would say linear switches are definitely going to be your best bang for your buck. They will go a long way to giving you that custom, that comfort, but also that thock feeling that you're after for a good connected and a great feedback from your mechanical keyboard in your typing experiences here. Now that said, these switches here, they are factory pre-lubed, so there's really nothing to do here. You can buy a set of these, very inexpensive, from Epomaker. I love that they're making mechanical keyboards, good quality mechanical keyboard switches and keycaps available to the majority of the consumers that would otherwise shy away from this hobby that can get very, very expensive very quickly. Sounds pretty good. The other types of switches available with this are the Mulan switches from Epomaker, and of course the Lily Peacemaker switches. However, I believe those may have been outdated or deprecated now, because I couldn't find any information about those types of switches on Epomaker's direct website. So perhaps those are no longer sold. But let's grab our handy dandy keycap puller tool here, and we'll pull off a few keycaps to show you the overall build, show you the DISA PBT printed keycap. So we'll first grab here, I guess, our A key. A little bit dark here, but you can see very good quality keycaps. These are MX style stems here, and they feel smooth to the hand, and nice lettering and print, by the way, as well. Good job, Epomaker. And you will see here that if I turn on this keyboard, we can see into Bluetooth mode. We can see here that we've got some very nice, south-facing LEDs on these switches here. And of course, there's a lot of different functions that are built into the keyboard. For example, if you press function and enter, you get a readout here which tells you the battery life. So if you hold these two down, I get here 1 to 10, which means I've got 100% battery life currently on the keyboard. So very nice built-in functions here. I'm liking this keyboard more than I thought I would, because I'm generally a fan of TKL style keyboards, 70, 75, 80 key keyboards. But this being a 98 keyboard, I just love the sound of this keyboard and the feel of these switches. I'm a big fan of linear switches, and I think these zebra switches are quite good, actually. All right, and pairing this is quite simple. You simply hold down the function key in either Q, W, or E. It can be paired to 3 Bluetooth devices at one time. So hold down function Q, and you'll get a fast blinking LED like this, and that means you'll be able to go over to your desktop or your laptop, see the Epomaker EK98, and make a Bluetooth paired connection with this. So now that we've got this connected, let's get you a typing test. And just as a size comparison here to show you what is the difference between a 98 key compact keyboard and perhaps a 65 or 70 key keyboard, I've got here another Epomaker that I'll be reviewing soon on my channel, so please stay tuned. Click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can find out when there's new content available on this channel here. So this is a 70 key keyboard from Epomaker as well. And this one here, by comparison, in terms of the size, you can see the size difference here. It's quite more compact, but this one here, let's compare this to a full-size keyboard as well, and you'll see what is the size difference in comparison. Logitech G810, and you can see here that the keycaps are glistening. These are not PBT keycaps. You can see here that they've become quite oily over the years. You can see here that the size difference between this and the actual 98 key Epomaker EK98 is a little bit it's a little bit more compact. So you can see here you're saving roughly about 2 inches horizontally in terms of the keyboard length, perhaps a little bit more, 2.5, maybe 2.25 inches. In terms of the physical size and the height is roughly about the same as you get with the Epomaker. So as I would quite expect, I would love to have seen a jog wheel or a scroll wheel up here. You could have gotten rid of a few of these keys. For example, insert. Who uses insert? Delete, page down, and page up I could understand, or perhaps home and then delete, and a jog wheel here for volume, as well as press to mute would have been absolutely fantastic. But overall, I love this keyboard. It works quite well. It's got lots of built-in RGB. You can use the Epomaker software to further customize this. You've heard what it sounds like. I think it's a fantastic sounding keyboard. For under $100 US, you're going to get a very, very great package here that's been well put together. The keycaps look good, and if you're ever in the mood that you're not interested or you're not feeling these keys, you can simply $20 to $30, perhaps $40 for a very nice pair of double shot PVD printed keycaps can be had through Epomaker's website. Or if you feel the need, you can even swap out the full set of switches here. Generally, a pair of switches or a full set of switches for this size keyboard will run you $20 to $30 on Epomaker's website there. So overall, I think very good build quality. I love the sound. Connectivity is great. Tri-mode connectivity is a must in any keyboard that's over 20 or 40, 30, $40. If it's not a budget keyboard, it must have tri-mode connectivity. Otherwise, I think you're really getting fooled here. And if we just look here, what keys are missing in terms of the actual full-size keyboard? Well, as I mentioned earlier, home and N, so the center column here from your control keys are gone. And of course, these 3 keys are at the top: print screen, scroll, lock, and pause are also removed. Rarely are those keys used today, so it makes sense to kind of go with a compact style like this. That's all I really have to say about this Epomaker EK98. I cannot praise it enough. If you like this video, please click the like button and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can get notified when there's new content available here. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.